we're primarily a cultural network. It started with us having these talk parties. Out of the talk party came the Chalewote Street Arts Festival. That's basically taking art out of the galleries and into the streets. Music was like the primary focus of a lot of people. And now when you go online and you Google Accra Creative or whatever, a bunch of stuff comes up, you know, and all of that has happened after these projects have taken off.
I was interested in how this plastic gallon has been part of Africa, modern Africa. We are in the 21st century and we still struggle under water situation in Ghana. So I decided to use that plastic gallon as a symbolic piece in my work. And I've been working with this plastic gallon very intensively in my work. I'm actually traditionally a painter, but I'm in the process of my work now has become a performance. And currently working more on environmental issues because I felt that artists has a major role to play in society. I'm using this as a mask that represents the water warrior. So anytime I had a performance, I wear this mask. I want people to recognize that we have to see Africa in the future, not in the present or the past. We have to see what are the development that we want to see in African lives. I want to make this piece a very present marks of our time. Working with plastic is a lot of energy. So now I have a group that assists me in the process and share my ideas, and they are able to go through the stages of developing the works. I don't sell any of my work. I don't display my work in any galleries. Because for me, if I sell my work, I'm selling the problem. And I can't sell the problem to anybody. I just have to find ways to help, to bring people to solve it. It's about art, and everybody should be involved. So I'm trying to break away from gallery and museum spaces, putting my work in public spaces for people. Because not everybody gets access to museum. My work actually to make people uncomfortable in their way of life. So that is why I want my work to be displayed outside. I want my work to be collected in public spaces. Yeah. There are a lot of NGOs that get donations from Europe and all that, but not for charity. They are interested in business in Africa. People think that when they donate used clothes and all that, it's kind of helping, but it's not helping. They see Africa as a dumping thing. They just dump their waste in Africa. Yeah, so that is why I always find ways to work with things that come from Europe to send them to where they come from. The performance is about the illegal mining situation in Ghana, for people to know how it's affecting the environment, and the benefit goes to Europe and Asia because the Chinese are now in charge. So that is where we will do the installation. So we bring in the materials down. Artists are looking to a solution for the country. People will realize that needs to be a change. And I told my group that we can't stop working till we get to the government. We want to be on TV, we want to be seen that this is what we are doing. That is what I want to hit as a target right now.
Particularly our audience is interested in unconventional pieces, alternative works, experimental pieces. You know, people who are looking for something different, something new, something fresh, something exciting, something that maybe 5, 10 years ago would have been seen as un-African. So I feel like in a sense we're continually sort of defining what it means to be African.
My name is Jojo Abat. I'm a creative. I'm a singer and designer. Music happened a couple of years ago. I remember just doing a show. It was such a random thing. I did a show. People came and the response was great. And I thought, I'm in a country where I could afford to be an artist for the first time versus living in New York, to explore this new thing that was kind of growing inside of me, this new interest that was developing. And I decided to stay, and that's how music started happening for me. I discovered a couple of musicians here, and it just took off from there. It's just you being dedicated to what you envision, what you would like to share with the world as an artist, and being true to that. That's the ultimate thing. And when you find the people who love it, they'll love it. They'll really love it. So it's worth it in the end. I would like to share a song with you guys. But I think as far as Ghana is concerned overall, it really is just individuals saying, I have this thing and I'm going to share it with you, whether you like it or not. We are who we are. We're giving what we're giving. Would love for you to be part of it. And if you like it, great.
I know this is my talent. God didn't create me to play football, to be boxer, any kind of sport. I'm a bicycle creative guy. My name is Abrokwa Martin Kweku Abrokwa. I'm at home now. I can ride, but I have a little bit injury, so I'm here. I live here, and not only me and my wife and my daughter, we are staying here. It's cool. Actually, here is my room, here is my daughter's room. It's not having prepared, you know, because we have children, so it's cool. It's afraid.
If she maybe
slowly, she will know it. She will know it. Slowly, of course, she will ride bike. This is the bike, of course. And she got the pegs already. She got the pegs already, and the front one is there. Everything is cool. So I want my daughter, Akos. I wish. I don't know Akos' dream also. She will become the first lady riding bicycle in Africa. I've ride more than 30 years ago, riding a bicycle. But I have the interest in to create styles with bicycle 1989. Since my childhood, there's nothing in my brain, it's only bicycle. I got my first bicycle. I started to make it myself as a repairer, you know. I repair bicycle and motorbikes and things. Nobody showed me this thing. I didn't have a teacher. I started the movements, the joining tricks and things here. I'm a dancer also, very good dancer. So I try to use the bicycle to dance. Because every time in Africa, there's latest dancing, creative dance is coming every year. And the place I was born is called Choco, where there's a lot of ghetto boys living. It's a teasing place. You can't leave this place. If you lose, if you play football or you box and you lose, you can never stay in this place. So I'm afraid to do something, somebody will tell me this. So I try to do my things, nobody can do it. Every day, morning, evening, I try to create the tricks slowly. And one day, I present a thing in Accra. And this is the day I bring the bicycle to dance. And everyone, how can somebody dance with bicycle? Do more than 100 tricks in the one place. And the whole country is very happy. I start to make my tours. That is the biggest story, how the thing started. That is it. Everybody knows the guy here, you know, they like it. In Accra now, I can tell you, like, we have more than, the good guys can be 50, and more than 300 boys are riding bikes in Accra. This guy is Computer Man. Serious bike rider, yeah. He's a very powerful man.
And people like my show. It's like I'm fast. Oh, serious. That's why people used to call me Computer because I'm fast.
And this guy is called Blackfire. He's very also nice, too much. They are very too much here. Yeah, and I'm using them for my tours and my shows. Every Sundays, I make sure all the guys we met at Rollins Park. It's a big place. I show them the balance, how to create, or we're learning tricks and things. If you don't understand some tricks, I can give you the idea. Fast, smart idea to not, you don't delay. You just go on, try to do this, 2, 3 days, you get it. I use only my belief to travel, to see a lot of things, with my artwork. So I'm traveling outside the country, in Germany, and I'm thinking, I want to travel with my guys now. The reason why I named the Circus Ghana, because I've seen some Circus Ethiopia, Circus Kenya, or in Europe. And I said, no, we can do it. Me and my guys also can join, we can do something together. So no, let me come and stay in Ghana now. Yes. Sometimes if we watch the thing in the internet, we think, it's magic. Somebody make head spinning, we say it's magic. It's the camera tricks. But I went to Europe, I see everything is real. You can do it, you know. You can do a lot of things, you understand? Because I believe everything is possible. It's possible, but it can take you time. But it's not a problem. It's not a problem for the time delaying. These bikes, we sometimes, there's a trick, it takes us 6 months before to discover only one trick. So after knowing the tricks, I ask myself question, before I'm learning these tricks, why I can't do it? And now why I can do the thing? Which is possible. It's not a magic, it's possible. You can learn magic even. So I know my secret. I know what I'm doing. I'm not joking. I know what I'm doing. If I die, people remember what I've created, I've done for myself, you know. I'm not doing too much for money. It's my dream only. I've created something. I'll teach people what is bikes. I can never stop biking till I die. A number of projects that we work on have come out of the impulse of do it yourself. Let's come together and combine our talents.
At this point, all the infrastructure, the funding, the creative projects, all of it has to come out of the people who are curating it. If you're passionate about it, you have to make it happen. If funding comes, great. If not, we'll keep it moving.
This is my bedroom. As I said, I just moved here. So we are still keeping the place, trying to get some new things and make it nicer. That's me. And I'll be rolling with the boys. Like, so I guess it's always my look. And I've come to accept that I am not all that. Hi, no, I'm more like. This was my first dance competition. I was doing crack dance. I was in primary school, sneaked out and had this show, and I won. I was competing against boys. Hey, this is why I used to shave my hair. I don't go to the barber. I just cut my own hair. I've always loved cartoons. When I see the Cinderellas dance, and I love to wear clothing like this, but I've loved to cut. I've loved the material to be African. I always want that blend. Since I'm doing Afro pop, not too much African and not too much Western influence. So I came out with something like this to choose. So I think I went for this haircut. And now people say I look like Grace Jones. Things like this. But all these are just ideas, something a bit different. Then my name, I'll say, how do I want my name to be written? Maybe Wiyala, just the W and things. The full name is Wiyala Rejimba, which says the doer knows best. Whatever you do, you are the only one that can explain what you do. Nobody else can do that for you. And if you don't ask somebody what they do and try to understand what they do, we shouldn't judge them. Yeah, so just respect people for what they do. Being a female is not easy. You go, you meet people that want to help, but they want you to pay in kind before. And I was like, no, if you don't want to help, just go away. I'll do it anyway. And they were like, okay, if you think it's that easy to do it here, let's see how you do it. Before they knew it, I was back on stage. Some people did try to help genuinely. They didn't have any bad thing, motive behind their help. For them, I'll always be grateful because at least they tried to help. My style was also a problem because I sang in Sesale. Everybody wants you to sing in Tree. But it's not easy, a female artist in Ghana. If you're not strong and stand for yourself, you won't go anywhere. Yeah. Hey! What are you... This one.
One thing I like about her is that her style is different. Do you understand?
You're trying to make me scary. From day one, my mom has been the only one really believing in me and saying, you have something and I know you will go somewhere. My dad, on the other hand, he was a bit funny about it. He was like, she's not really sure. Maybe I should just go to school, get a certificate, come out, get a job, and get married, have children. But I would tell my father that, no. I want to be a singer. Come on. On the baby, sawale. 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 Me, I want to come. So let's see how fast I can come. I'm an artist, so I paint, I draw, I do posters and things. So before my video is shot, I always have this idea on my own. So I talk to the director. This is how I want it to be done. But I don't know how it will go. So he or she would then say, okay, fine, we do this first, we do this second, and we blend and we see how it works. But always, I have something at the back of my head that this is what I wanted to learn. And I don't really try to copy what people wear. I just dress to be comfortable and what will look good on me. Yes. Then my MC Hammer pants. I think I have a few. I have this. This one. You have to really be hard to wear this in the north and walk around in it because it's actually for just meal. Yeah. I need a man to rock my body. A big strong man to rock my body. And if he's ugly, I don't mind. He has that thing and I want to grind. I want to grind. I want to grind. Yo, I want to crush you. I've always wanted to stand out. People see me riding, they're like, oh, did you see the motorbike on the screen? She was riding it and then she picked the guy. The girl is carrying the guy, not the guy carrying the girl. And I can ride it, and I'm telling other females, you can do anything you want. You just have to come out and believe in what you can do. Rock My Body is not so African, but it's a cover from Soul Sister Wrecking Body. And I wanted to reach out to a different audience. Even though I do African music, I still love a lot of the Western songs from Tina Turner, Angelique Kidjo, Rihanna, Michael Jackson. And when you make me dance, I wanna scream your name. And when you make me dance, I wanna roll and roll. And when you make me dance, I wanna scream your name. I wanna feel the heat. I was trying to draw my mom. Yeah, when she was younger, she used to have afro hair. So I loved it. We look alike a little more. So coming from North and doing music in Accra is not easy. But she would say, no, you will do it. And I convinced her to sell petty things, jewelry, and little things just to give me the money to get to the studio and pay for my own demo. And all the demos I did, I managed to shoot a video. My name is Emanuela Uyala Nwade. I come from Fonsi, Wa East. I'm a musician. Actually, this is my first time of coming out. I sing English, Wali, and Sesali. Somebody's bedroom. It's funny, eh? Oh, did I do that?
No, it's not you.
It wasn't really great. You hear cock crowing at the background and things. But people appreciated it, they loved it. And it just became a hit. It wasn't the best, but it became a hit. And she has always been there. She has always been there. She's my hero, like, champion. And I told her, once I become a star, I'm going to build you a house. And I'm building a house. Maybe, I think I was around 5 or 4, 6. Then I started dancing. People came around, just started throwing money. And plenty coins, but it was just coins, no notes, coins. After that, I collected the coins and I took it to her and I said, oh, when I grow up, I'll be a star. And she burst into tears. So what I'm doing right now is like, she's not really surprised, but she's like, wow, what I saw is...
Girl, you wanna feel good, and I wanna rock your body.
I need a man to rock my body. A big strong man to rock my body. And if he's ugly, I don't mind. And whatever I do, I think about her. Like,
No. Whew. Being a female and from where I come from, if you're all females, they don't really respect. Like, and my dad got married again and again because he wanted a male child and he thought we were all useless. So you are left to your own fate. Like, I did everything on my own. I didn't do anything criminal or get into something else. Just kept pushing because that was like the only thing that could make me independent because I've always wanted to be independent. It's not easy to be a female in that part of Ghana, especially. The whole Ghana is really bad. In that part of Ghana, Africa, it's not easy. As a female, you just get married or whatever. But I said, no. I want to be independent, like stand on my own and make my own decisions.
When the wind blows, you have this free mind. It's like at that moment, you're not even thinking about your problem because you're enjoying the ride and it's a feeling of moving forward. And as you're riding, sometimes as a musician, you even get lyrics because it's like your mind is free. The whole feeling is pure.
Bara 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 be ba kabe uyala. Bara 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 be ba kabe uyala. Tinamba wa tinamba se tinamba chenkono akono. Inya tinamba wa tinamba se tinamba chenkono akono.
And in a way, it links up to you're a female and you can do things. There are other females out there who can do it, but they are scared to come out. So I just feel like when other females see this, they'll be motivated to come out and say, yes, Noella is doing it. We can also do it. So what the guys can do, we can also do. Probably we can even do it better. Yeah.
Yeah!